Hello, this is Lydia and today I'll be sharing with you this card. I'm using the Shark Bites set from Newton's Nook and I'll be using this little image down here and I'm going to have it popping off the top part of my card. So I have a piece, the card layer I'm using is the same width as my card blank. I'm going to be working on the card layer first. I have this ruler which has grid lines on and I'm using this to create a line where I'm going to be able to place my stamp, and then I'm going to cut along this line later and I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so I've just taken a pencil and drawn my line across. So I'm going to be using this as the guide, like I said. So I'm going to be using this Memento ink from Tuxenico, I think it is, because I'm going to be colouring my shark in with Copic markers, and this ink doesn't bleed when using Copics. So I'm just going to line the edges of my shark up with the line and I'm just going to stamp him down, and there he is. The corners of my shark actually are on the edge of my stamp, of my line that I've drawn with a pencil. Sorry, you can't really see it correctly because it's quite light. So as I have my ink out, I have taken a sticky pad and I'm just going to stamp this on the bit that's sticky so I can create some masks. I'm just going to cut around the shark image, not the water droplets. When I cut mine, I cut more than one, just in case I need a mask later on, and I'll use this one. So I'm now colouring my shark image. I have used a mixture of C7, C5 and C3 for the grey piece. I started with the darkest and moved up to the lightest. Before I coloured in this part, his belly or his neck, I erased the line and I used E41 and E40. For the mouth I've used black, which is 100. Then I've gone in with the C7 and then also R59 and then gone over with the grey again to blend it all together. I've then taken some pencils just to add a bit more shading, and I've also used some more polychromos pencils for the water droplets that have splashed out of the water when he's come up. I'm then going to take one of the masks that I've made. As you can see, I've got a number to use on different projects, and I'm just going to place this over the shark before I go any further. I don't want any of the ink going onto the shark's face, but I'm not too bothered about it going onto the water droplets. I'm using some distress ink. I have Blueprint Sketch first that I'm using here, and then Mermaid Lagoon. I will then be moving on to Salty Ocean and then Tumbled Glass. I'm using a cloth to wipe away the excess from the bottom part every time so I don't contaminate my inks. Once I'm happy with the blending, I'm just going to splat some water droplets on. I have like a water bottle that I spray onto my hand and then I just shake off the water. I did this a couple of times to get lots and lots of dots to give a really bubbly look to my sea. Okay, now I'm going to cut along the line. I'm going to go, I'm not going to cut it here, I'm going to go off screen to cut it as my map. I don't want to destroy it, I don't want to cut through it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut along the edges. I'm going to cut along this edge here and along here. I'm not going to cut through the shark. I'm going to leave this uncut, untouched. So I'm just going to cut, as you can see, I've gone over and then back, and I've just cut those two edges. And then I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut around the top of my shark. So I'm going to go in from the side that I've cut here, and I'm just going to go all the way around, leaving a little gap. And as you can see, I've just cut it, and I'm going to get rid of that piece. At this point, I'm just going to take off the mask on my shark, and this is my card layer complete. I'm going to take this sentiment from the set, hope your day doesn't bite, and I'm going to stamp my sentiment. To line up my sentiment, all I've done is I've placed my card layer onto my card blank. I haven't stuck it down at this point, just so I know where I'm putting my sentiment. I haven't stuck it down because I want to raise this up on some foam tape. But if I'd have done that before stamping the sentiment, I might not have got a very good image with my sentiment, so that's why I've done it this way around. So after I've stamped that, I'm just going to add some foam pads. I've added some foam tape to the back of this at this point, and I'm just going to add this to my card blank. So I'm being careful to line up the edges. I may have got that bottom edge not quite straight, but I'm happy with that. So here's my card. Thank you so much for watching the video. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and I really hope you have a beautiful day. Goodbye.